we should be up and live. We'll get going here in just a few minutes.
All right.
Well, there's our videos. I mean, it's a good way to just log in through my freaking phone. Fuck it. Oh, technology, I swear.
What's wrong?
He's trying to get YouTube up on the monitor.
Oh, is he going to monitor that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And eventually.
There we go. There we go.
I thought they had these multi-stream things that when you're sending out to multiple sources, you can also monitor the chat for all those sources in one spot.
Well, we do. There is a problem with that, though. The problem with that is we would all have to be on that that service. So like myself and Fireball, we use Streamlabs. So we would have to get you a collab cam for Streamlabs. Now, the problem with that is your background may or may not work. There's a whole lot of variables, so that's why Discord seems to be the best way of doing it. And the the easiest way that we have found to do it is to have our monitor up just beyond Fireball there, and
that's why I keep looking to my left.
I am hoping that as comments come up, we will be able to see them on the monitor behind everybody.
I haven't seen anything on YouTube itself in over a month. It's been just me on there watching it mostly.
Well, I've been getting quite a few watchers on my nightly game streams.
Aren't you streaming under Godfather on those?
No, at the very beginning of the Nomad Gamers when we were.
It also might help if your Twitch wasn't in followers only mode.
It has to be there, because I get a lot of
bots,
like
spam.
Yeah.
Bot
Everyone
spam.
wanting to sell me
Mm-hmm.
followers or sell me this, sell me that. So I just put it down as followers. If you want to follow me, you can talk to me. If you're one of these individuals who want to sell me a logo or sell me a background or sell me 1,000,001 different things for Twitch, well, it's either you're going to follow me and I'm going to benefit from your following, or you can just keep on scrolling to the next guy, because I don't like spam calls on my cell phone, and I really don't like spam chatters. So that's that. That's why. But either way, we're getting there. Nomad Gamers has come a long ways. In the what now? What are we at? Fireball 2 years?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're at maybe 2.5 years of doing Nomad Gamers. So we've come a long way. For everyone out there who may or may not be watching, we're going to be coming a longer way yet. We've got some planned upgrades coming to the Shire, and hopefully they'll be hitting in the next week or two.
Well, you're about 5 minutes late to the intro.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there right now. All right, so since Fireball wants to get this thing going, and I completely agree with them, it is 4 p.m. Central. It is 5 p.m. out on the East Coast. Actually, 5:05, 5:06, something like that. That only means one thing. That means your Nomad Gamers are live, and we are here. I've got Fireball next to me. I have got Zanar Crest Rider below us. I'm Godfather, and we make up your Nomad Gamers. It is the 1st of April. We are going to be getting into a few things, but I hope you didn't get fooled too much by April Fool's Day.
Man, I'm telling you what, there were a few things out there that had me completely fooled.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they were real, and then I went, damn, I forgot what day it was.
Yeah, it's
I
one
just
of
stay off
those.
the internet on April 1st.
Yeah. It those days seem to be yeah.
Well, how about we start with that first?
Okay.
The April Fool stuff that we got fooled by. So as we all know, what was it? Tuesday? Tuesday was April 1st?
No.
Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Well, there were two things I got fooled by.
Okay. I want to hear this.
One of them being that with the one because they made it perfectly. Um, one of them being with the acquisition that Warner Brothers from Warner Brothers, that the patent for the Nemesis system became it was overturned.
You fell for that?
I did. I was so excited. I was like, God, I really hope this is real. I started looking into it and I went, damn, I got fooled.
I could have told you that.
The other one was the fact that Microsoft bought Steam for $30 billion. I'm like, that makes sense because, when Microsoft first offered uh to buy it, they said like 22 billion. So I'm like, 8 billion more is still quite a lot of money. And so I saw that and I went, okay, well, also this would probably be pretty good for Nomad Gamers. So I started looking up on the news and it was still, nope, hasn't happened yet. And I went, fuck.
That's
I
great.
just hung my head because I got the notification when I was at work. So I'm like, I'm just doing rounds. Let me just check this real quick. And then I was like, it's April 1st.
All right. So the one that I got nailed with, yes, I got nailed with it. It really wasn't a April Fool's for news, but I logged on to Grand Theft Auto 5 online, and there was snow everywhere. It was like snow apocalypse in Los Santos. So thankfully, I have my deluxe zone. I was able to fly to where I had to go, but I couldn't run businesses because everybody knows that during Christmas time, when the snow's falling in Los Santos, I do not play Grand Theft Auto. I go to another game. I can't stand the snow.
Well, if we're talking about April Fool's editions for the games we play,
Uh huh.
Tarkov had an April Fool's joke too. Kind of surprised they didn't lean more into it because there was a lot they could have done. But so one of the bosses on the customs map, his name's Rashala, and he's a very easy guard boss to take care of, but his guards are like they'll kill you one shot. Well, they gave you this quest that said you have to take a toy gun, and this, mind you, the bullets for this gun only do like half a point
Okay.
of damage. But you have to take this toy gun, you have to go kill him and his guards. However, they also have the same toy gun, but they didn't tell everybody that they upgraded the damage on the toy gun.
Eh.
And they also didn't tell you that the guards have impact grenades.
Now, here's the thing that I can't understand, and Crest Rider, he said it perfectly. On April 1st of every year, the amount of stuff that I believe on the internet is like zero. I wait until the next day, and that's when I start picking up on things, because then the April Fool's jokes are over.
Oh, and I totally forgot what day it was, to be honest.
Yep.
Usually during the work week, they all just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't really care about what the actual date is. So when I realized it was April 1st, I was like, damn, they got me.
So, Crest Rider, what'd you get fooled with this year?
Nothing.
He, like he said, he didn't get on the internet.
I know better than to believe anything that I see on April 1st.
Yeah. 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 Real quick before we get into our next
Segment.
segment, question for you, Fireball. Have you shared to our Nomad Gamers on Facebook?
I have not. No.
Because I didn't finish my intro, and that's part of my problem. If you're watching us over there on Facebook, on the Nomad Gamers Facebook, we are so close still. We're like stuck at a plateau that we can't break through. If you are not following us, I humbly ask you and invite you to hit the follow button, turn on your notifications. That way, anytime we bring you anything, you are being notified. If you are watching us on YouTube, and right now your Nomad Gamers are watching the YouTube feed, it's directly ahead for us, but for you, it's right in front of you. I need you to do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Hit that bell and give us a thumbs up. Smash all 3 of those. Show us some love. We would absolutely appreciate that. If you are watching the Nomad Gamers on any of my personal social medias, I want to say thank you very much. Wherever you are watching us from, if you're not following us or following me, please hit the follow button. For my folks over there on TikTok Live, and we got a few watching over there, I need 2 things. If you're not a follower, hit that follow button. If you are a follower, I need you to go up to the screen, tap it. Show us some love. We would greatly appreciate it.
Now it's been shared.
Okay, thank you. So, before we get into anything else, Crest Rider.
You beat me to it.
Yes.
What is going on in the world of Warcraft?
This week, the final raid opened up. The Race to World First seems to be stuck on that last boss. So all of the top end guilds that have, professional sponsorships and actually make money playing the game, are all banging their heads against this boss. The story for the beginning of the campaign is still progressing. If you actually manage to beat the raid that just opened up this week, you can see the final bits of that for now. But as you could see with my background, I've done part of it. So this is a little bit of a story spoiler, but not necessarily that much because this is only the midway point of the story for what's currently available.
It does look pretty good.
That looks amazing.
The one thing I was going to say about raids, especially people who do World's First raids, when they die over and over again, the amount of damage that's happened, durability loss they have to their gear, those repair bills have got to be in the thousands of gold.
So with them having done the stat squish that they did at the beginning of this expansion, repair costs actually drastically went down because the item level got squished way down.
Oh, okay.
It made it a lot easier to afford the repairs, but even so, instead of being 1,000 gold a death like it was on my Plate Wearer's previous expansion, now it's about 300 gold. That's per death.
Considering the fact that they still haven't, the World's First are still going at trying to beat this final boss. How many times do you think they've died trying to figure out how to do this? That's
oh yeah, their bills
are thousands of gold.
Oh yeah, for the entire raid, they're spending hundreds of thousands of gold working on this, and they don't care. They'll just buy and sell tokens to recoup it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, is being a content creator and being a part of a World's First raid team or guild, that takes some serious conviction and patience.
Well, at one point in time, Sweet Kitty Pie was in a guild that would do that kind of content. It was before the time of Twitch and before the time of your normal streamers, but she was in a guild named Guild. It was that simple, and that's all they did. Is their end state was to beat the end game content. And yeah, you're not wrong. They get very, very into it. I guess that's the only word I can put to it.
Mm-hmm.
Into it. So yeah, it's interesting.
Well, I know.
I'm playing with a guy that used to be a Mythic Raider. He had his own guild, and they were actually doing content. They weren't like pushing like the race guys are, but that was the content they ran, was the really hard stuff, and
Yep.
it is not my cup of tea.
No.
Well, because this is also kind of Crest Rider's expertise, we'll jump into this next. Godfather put something in our show notes
I
talking
did.
about changes to Pokemon. So,
Yes.
Godfather, you got anything for us?
Well, you'd have to pull up the article because I know a little bit about Pokemon. I know just enough to get into trouble, but not enough to talk intelligently about it, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay, so I pulled up the link you said, and
Yep. They're taking some Pokemon out.
yeah, they're
And they
taking
say-
away 5 of the best ever Pokemon and
Yes.
Pokemon champions.
Yep. They're saying they may not ever come back either. At least not for this type of Pokemon.
Oh, I know nothing about Pokemon Champions. I
Really?
haven't played the game. I have no interest in it.
Oh, well, you see, I saw Pokemon. It was kind of interesting because, I do play Pokemon Go. Whenever Sweet Kitty Pie is out here in the studio, smacking me around and showing me how to do some edits for my weekly content on my page, all I hear is peek, peek, Pikachu, Pikachu. That N64 game. It's almost like that Tetris game. You know what I'm talking about, Crust Rider?
Oh, the
And it's like 360.
Dr. Oh, no, that one. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a 360 one. And so that's all I ever hear. And I'm like, she's having a good time. But no, I saw the Pokemon thing, and
It looks like they're getting rid of Dusclops, Electabuzz, Magmar,
yep.
Clefairy, and I think that's it. That's only 4. They said they're getting rid of
Did
5.
they give a reason why they're removing?
Yes.
Yes, they did. I'm
yeah.
reading it a little bit more.
Something about being able to. Yeah, go ahead, Fireball.
Dusclops is being removed because. Come on.
As soon as you say the word, I'm gonna be like, that's it.
Due to balancing reasons, it says it looks like, because apparently Champions is an online battling.
Come on, tell me the
Yeah.
word. There.
Because there's Dusclops is a ghost type Pokemon, so it's immune to Fake Out, and with its great bulk and defense, it was very overpowered, so that's why they got rid of that one.
There's something else there.
Electabuzz and where else? That it can
These are not
evolve.
involved.
It's eligible for Eviolite.
Yeah, Eviolite. That's it right there. Because they all have
The
Eviolite.
Eviolite increases
Eviolite,
your defense and special
Yes.
defense if you still have an evolution left to go.
Yeah.
In the RPG and in the battle scene there, it makes you extremely tanky if you use something like a Chansey instead of a Blissey.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ability to make an incredibly defensive Pokemon, but there's still limits to what it can bring to the table. Champions, I don't know anything about it. I can't say why that is. I don't even know what Champions is, to be perfectly honest.
I think it's almost like Smash Brothers. To tell you the truth, I think it's in that gaming arena where almost like that Disney game that's now being discontinued in I believe it's May, but it's where you have the stars of this this video game franchise and they fight each other. So you can be Link going against Mario, or you can be Pikachu going against
Well, the thing
Dark
is,
Skull or whatever the hell.
but here's the thing: is like Pokemon has their own. Pokemon is the first ever like turn-based game that I've ever played, where everybody gets their own turn.
But that's not the. This is more like the Mortal Kombat style. And for whatever reason, the last 5, 6, 7 years, the biggest craze out there for games, at least that I've seen, was games like this. So everybody started doing it.
Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Porygon 2 also is the other one that was being. I didn't realize that was a Pokemon.
Yeah. Which still has another evolution to go.
Mm-hmm. Clefairy got taken out because apparently there's an ability on Clefairy called Friend Guard, which reduces the damage dealt to its allies by 25%. Which is an incredible tool to have in double battles, apparently.
Okay.
This is an
I
incredible
don't.
tool in double battles, as Follow Me itself forces the opponent to attack Clefairy instead of their intended target, and if they used a move that hits both of your Pokemon, the second takes 25% reduced damage thanks to Friend Guard. So apparently there are two abilities there. There's Follow Me and Friend Guard for Clefairy. That's why they took them out.
It sounds like asinine reasons to remove them, but you know, I'm not the one in charge of the game, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, when I seen it, I was like, ooh, more news on Pokemon. Like I said, I don't know enough about the game. I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be intelligent when I'm talking.
I could add more to the conversation if I had actually looked something up on this game ahead of time, but I didn't know you were going to talk about it. So
I thought it was something like Z through A.
I remember seeing a preview for it when it was first announced, and I went, "Oh, that's not my kind of thing," and I tuned it out completely, and I haven't paid an ounce of attention to it since.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because, you know, yes, I like Pokemon. I like it a lot. But that doesn't mean I like to play every genre just because it has Pokemon's name slapped on it.
Yeah,
Now, my question to you, Crest Rider, because we talked about this a lot earlier, is: are you grabbing the Lego editions for them?
I would like to, but the set that I really have interest in turned out to be a $600 mega set instead of, you know, 3 or 4 sets that it should have been.
So, what does the Nomad Gamers take on these Pokemon cards that are like, I'm hearing crazy stories about these Pokemon cards. A lady at Target opening up a box and like 6 grown men getting into a fight over Pokemon cards.
Scalpers.
That's scalpers.
I know that.
You don't need to know anything more about it.
No,
it's just scalpers.
It's just scalpers.
It doesn't matter what the product is. If they think they can make a profit off of it, they've gotten so bad that they've taken to mugging the people stocking the stuff so that they can be the first person to grab it.
Yeah,
and I don't want to bring any. I know it's kind of part of our news with it, but even talking about it, I don't want to give any attention to it because to me, these people are, I wouldn't say they're less than human, but they're like, if you are doing that kind of stuff, you're taking the enjoyment away from the people who avidly collect it or the people that are wanting to get into it.
Yeah.
You don't deserve that kind of attention.
Well,
just open up your own damn game store and start getting direct shipments.
Yes. You know, I was talking to a few of my brothers last night, and they said it best. Right now, it's like whoever's holding the bag last is going to get screwed. Because right now, they are buying these packs 50% more than what they're being offered at like Target or Walmart.
Oh no, they sell them for 2 or 3 times what they buy them at a store for say $4 or $5 a pack. Actually, I think that might be up to 6 or 7 now, but they turn around and they double or triple that price and they just resell. They think that because they were there at the store and they just ripped them all off the shelf that they deserve a ton a profit for it.
And
And
this
even,
is
you guys know that I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Even at my stores, they are showing up the day, because I know the ladies that stock the shelves with that stuff. It's a third party company, and they come in once a week and they restock the stuff. And these jackasses will be sitting there waiting for them to show up, to the point where these ladies have started to randomize their work schedule just so they can be unharassed while they stock the stuff.
Absolutely.
and again, I talking about scalpers really pisses me off because this isn't the first time it's happened. It's
Yeah.
always happened. Look at 2020 with the PS5s. I mean, when the PS5 originally came out, nobody was able to
Oh,
get one because they just bought them and then they turned around. They were selling for what, $500 off the shelf, and then people were turning around and selling them for 1,000.
they hadn't even gotten their hands on them. They already had listings on eBay for $1,500.
Uh-huh.
But so this actually brings up something that I saw in the last couple of weeks, since we haven't had a show in a little while, that I saw that made me smile about it. So you know how Blizzard does promotions that, real life products get in-game stuff every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
They recently had one over in Europe. I think it was in Germany,
I think I saw
that
something about this.
you could go and get codes for just, I think it was housing decor.
Mhm.
And people just flocked there and took all of the codes. And then they were listing them online for sale. Blizzard came out and went, oh, yeah, by the way, all of the stuff that's in our promotional stuff, it's eventually going to come to the trading post. So if you don't get it, don't worry about it. You can pick it up later. And it just
Yes. Yes.
because every time they come out with a promotional stuff, and they had one with was it Doritos for like 3,000 key codes, and they just all immediately were claimed.
Mm-hmm.
So they turned around and they were like, "Yeah, all this stuff is going to come later. Just sit tight on it." So that's their combat to the scalpers. Is, yeah, you can come and steal the codes, but we're going to make sure that you don't make any money off of it.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. And I've been sitting here thinking, and a lot of the ideas that go around in my head are not good, but they sound good up here. One of them is on these cards or on these packs, these unopened packs, needs to say something like already been sold, or something to that. I don't know how
people who
you
buy them
do
don't
it,
care.
but there's got to be a way to, man.
No, and this is the thing that I'm really hoping for, because this happened with the PS5, and I'm really hoping it happens soon. All these scalpers that are holding on to these boxes of ETG, prismatics, prismatic evolutions, all this, when that bubble finally pops and they're stuck with all those boxes and they can't sell them because now it has become more readily available,
Yep.
then I can't wait for all those people that are like, oh, I wasted my life savings on this. Good.
You know why this is happening with cards, right? Pikachu's card just sold for how many millions of dollars to Jake Paul?
It's probably
It
you're
was like,
probably getting one. You're probably thinking of the other brother, but yeah,
or
Logan.
who's in the WWE?
Logan.
Okay, it was Logan then. I said Jake, Logan, same thing. Anyways, now you go over to a baseball card, and Paul Skeens just sold. Not just. It was maybe 6 months ago. It sold for a couple $1 million.
What is MLB debut one?
I couldn't tell you. It was one. I don't know. It was some special one.
Because yeah, it was probably his MLB debut one because some like 10-year-old had it, and the Pirates offered him like lifetime season tickets.
No, it was another one.
Oh.
I know about that story. But this is why they're doing it, is because they can pick up these packs for, it goes right back to Pokemon, but they can pick up these packs for what, $7? Maybe 8, 10, going a little higher. If you're in California, it's probably 20. But if you get that rare Pikachu or that rare whatever rare card is in there, and it's worth millions of dollars, this is almost like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where people are hoarding all this shit just to get the golden ticket.
But again, I get so annoyed about it because
I know.
it just you're taking away from the people who avidly enjoy collecting these things.
Yep.
Who don't care about the price tag on it. Who don't care about whether or not Exactly. Who don't care about the price tag, who don't care about the rarity, who don't care about oh, this is a PSA 10 first generation Charizard that's worth however much. You got a Charizard. You may
Got
know
one.
you may know the money value of that Charizard, but to be like, I've got a first gen Charizard in my collection. Nobody else has it. That I want to go back to a time where that was worth more than the money.
Yeah, well, you have collectors, and I know there's 3 of them sitting right here on this podcast where I don't give a damn how much my collectibles are worth, because in my eyes, they're priceless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sell them because in my eyes, in my mind, once I sell it, I'm going to instantly regret it.
That's like
Instantly.
right now. As you guys can tell, I'm a huge race fan. I've got a bunch of racing Legos. I've got a Mercedes there, McLaren there, the Peugeot there.
Yeah.
Lego just announced last year that they were discontinuing the Kick Sauber Speed Champions F1 car. I know within about 50 years that thing is going to be worth a lot because it's discontinued, and with how it's technically a kid's toy, so a lot of them are going to be destroyed, and they're going to be worth more now that I don't care. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. It's called a keepsake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not typically one for grabbing things for the sake of collecting them. However, I did do one thing with Lego, and I'll open up my case up here. And you remember me showing you my Lego Game Boy?
Yep. Yeah, it actually plays games on it.
No.
No?
No, there's a mod you can do to it, and they've come out with that you could actually get it to play games, but I don't have that. Now, what I've got is I bought a second one, and it's still in the box. Now, it's up there.
You got one to show as a completed, and you got one in the box. I love that. I love
and
that.
The one in the box is just going to sit in the box and up there. And, I could have just displayed the original box, taped it back closed and stuck it up there, put a little bit of weight in the bottom so it didn't fall over. And I wanted to have one. And if it becomes worth some money, great. If not, you know what? Somebody's kid is going to have a field day building it after I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This reminds me of one thing off of the Big Bang Theory. You remember the episode where Sheldon and Leonard get the transporter of Mr. Spock from Penny, and when he busts it open, or when he breaks it open, he goes, "Oh." He goes, "That's what 1970 smells like." That is, but that is the mindset of true collectors. You don't care how much it's worth.
But the thing is
you have it because you want it.
There are different kind of collectors out there. You've got the ones that don't take it out of the box.
Yep.
And it's like, don't you want to display it like that? I want to display it like that. I'm that type of collector where I'll put it together and I'll display it like that. I'm not going to keep it in the box. But then you've got people that aren't going to enjoy, putting it together, that aren't going to do that, and they're just going to keep it in the box, and it's like...
Yep.
She's a little dusty, and I didn't put all the stickers on it, but I've got one too.
What is that? The McLaren or the Porsche?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't put all the stickers on it, so...
He doesn't care.
It's a Lego Technic model.
Mm-hmm.
But my idea of fun is to make mine.
One of one.
Yeah, but the thing is not everybody can own a 3D printer.
Sure they
If they make
can.
enough money, they can. That's almost like my
Did you hear about what's going on with the 3D printer?
I heard that there was some attempts at legislation attempting to limit who can own them because some nonsense about 3D printed guns.
Yeah, they're going a step further. They're only allowing a certain amount of people to own them. B, if you caught with certain like software, if you get caught with certain files in there, you are eligible to be arrested.
Ha!
Like they can monitor your they're trying to pass legislation where they can monitor your 3D printer, and if they catch you with any of those files to like make certain
Okay.
things that are illegal, they can come and arrest you.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Now, with the way that more and more the better 3D printers are working, it could be possible for them to do things like when I want to use my 3D printer, it sends it through the cloud to the 3D printer, which is why I can also start 3D prints from my phone.
Mhm.
Now, I also have a very old 3D printer that you physically take the micro SD card out of it, put it in your computer, load the file onto it, bring it back over there and put it in. There's no way they're going to detect any of that stuff.
Right. But I saw that and I was like, yeah, good luck with that. Like I
Yeah.
saw that immediately and I'm like, that's not that.
Let me guess, all that legislation was in California.
Probably.
I don't know. If it's from California, I don't really care too much to ask.
California trying to take away all the guns. Texas is trying to put one in with every 6-pack.
But it's
That's how it goes.
here because a lot of the Nomad Nation knows we do live in the United States. I feel like something like that would fall under being unconstitutional.
I'm not even getting into that.
So-
Yeah, I don't know how any of that would go, but
But moving on.
Once we start getting into that, I start feeling like I'm on The Voice, and I really don't give a damn. So let's move on, and let's go on with whatever the hell else we have to talk about.
Well, switching to EU news, talking about the Switch 2.
Oh yeah, I saw some stuff on Switch too.
The Switch 2 is reportedly getting a removable battery in the EU to comply with the new quote right to repair laws that are happening in the EU.
You have the same thing here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
John Deere just went through a lawsuit about that. So this is really, I mean, it's news, but it's not.
maybe these damn things will go back into having a pop-offable case that you can just take the battery out again.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I doubt it. Speaking of Switch 2, though, before we switch gears and go somewhere else,
I've got two more things to cover
Okay.
about the Switch 2.
Well, hold on. Star Fox. Did you hear Star Fox is coming?
Mm-hmm.
That
Let me
is
guess,
still just a rumor based on a leak. It is not confirmed yet, and you know how we feel about talking about.
They've already
Because otherwise, I would be absolutely going nuts on the other half of that leak. So we're going to move on.
I feel like it's more than a leak now because they've already said the actor that's going to play Star Fox.
Oh, the movie? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
game, I've only seen that
Yeah.
leak.
No, there was a leak about games coming to the Switch 2, and we are not talking about that.
Damn you!
Because otherwise, I'm going to get very excited about the other half of that one.
We do not support leaks here. We do not talk about leaks. How many times
Exactly.
have you guys all told
That's why
me to
we're
stop
moving
bringing up
on.
leaks?
Fireball, what was your other Switch 2 news?
No. I gotta rip him a new one because he sits there and tells me, "Don't bring up leaks. Don't bring up leaks. We don't talk about leaks on the Nomad Gamers. We're talking about leaks.
Hold on.
And you know what's funny is, at least on my end of things, your automatic game control is filtering out 80% of what you say because you're going over the threshold. So I can go off on you guys, but you can't do it in return.
Hold the phone. Hold it. Nintendo hasn't come out and explicitly said that they're not.
But that's still a leak, Godfather. You can sit there and argue semantics all you want. I sat there and argued semantics, and you said, no, stop, move on. I'm like,
I
so, no, stop, move on.
Fireball, we'll have to
Yeah.
remember this the next time that there's some kind of GTA leak that he wants to get all excited about.
Exactly.
And then
Oh, that
he
happens every
wants to
day.
not talk
Exactly.
about it, and then we're like, but Rockstar didn't come out and disprove it.
All right. Well, Nintendo. There is two things else that Nintendo's also that is involved
Okay.
with something. Right now, Nintendo has come out and said that physical copies will now be more expensive than
Yes,
digital.
$10 more.
Mm-hmm. Which
Which
I've always
isn't to say that they were increasing the cost of the physical; they're actually decreasing the cost of the digital copies back to $60.
Which I've always agreed with them saying that I think physical copies should be worth more than digital.
Well, yeah, because you're paying for the manufacture and distribution, which also includes shipping cost, and therein lies the thing: is the shipping cost of transporting physical goods from one location to another. Because as we all know, certain world events are going on right now that are causing a drastic increase of fuel prices. Well, shipping is fuel. And that gets
Also-
factored into the cost. So without having any of that, because now you've got digital distribution, you're just sending data over the lines that are already there. You don't need that cost.
Also, with quarterly reports, Nintendo is reportedly cutting production of the Switch 2 by 30%.
Yeah, because they're not selling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they cranked the crap out of the production at the beginning to try and meet the initial demand. And don't let them BS you on anything. The Switch 2 is by far their best-selling console ever. They have sold a ridiculous amount of those consoles. So if they're whining that they underperformed for the holiday sales, that's because nobody waited to the freaking holidays. If they wanted one, they just wouldn't have got one.
Holiday sales are a thing of the past. Okay? Let's just be honest here for a second.
Especially when your Black Friday sales are like, oh, we marked it up 25% so we can give you a 25% discount.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn about a holiday. I don't. If I want something, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy it now. That's why my kids can't stand Christmas, because I'm extremely hard to buy for.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I want something, I give two shits about a holiday. I'm going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a wonderful example of me being the same way. My birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and my wife was shopping for me. You know how she handled my birthday?
She just gave you money and said, "Have at it." Yep.
Steam gift card.
Yep.
Gave me everything I wanted all in one.
So, speaking on the topic of consoles, PlayStation, Xbox. Okay, Xbox. Their prices went down about $50 for everything.
Xbox did?
Xbox did.
Well, yeah, because they were getting crushed when they raised it on everybody.
But PlayStation has announced a major price hike in hardware worldwide. In the
Didn't
US,
Xbox just do theirs not too long ago?
yeah, that's why they dropped it down $50.
So is PlayStation just raising theirs to meet Xbox, or is she going above them?
The base price for a base PS5 will now cost $650.
No way.
From the $550 that they had.
No.
While the
I'll
PS5
never buy another PlayStation product again if that's what they're going to do.
The PS5 Pro will jump from $749.99 or $749.99 to $899.99. For the UK,
So $750 to $900.
No way.
The UK, the base will go from 479 pounds to 569, and the PS5 Pro will go from 699 pounds to 789 pounds.
Absolutely not.
No.
That's too much. That is way too much.
Absolutely, especially just the base PS5, because in order to meet the demand for what a PC can do, or what the PS5 Pro can do, or what the Xbox Series X can do,
I think it's XS, but yeah, I get it.
you have to. That's not worth it, especially considering the fact if you want to get an SSD, a 2 terabyte SSD, you're looking at damn near $150.
Yep. Well, did you see the
that's
news about
what they're
Steam Deck?
going to say is because of the rising costs of the RAM and the memory or the memory, the storage, all of that stuff. They're going to say that's what causes the price increase.
Did you see about Steam Deck, by the way?
I What about it? I don't think I saw that.
They're hurting.
Last I knew, they've been out of stock for a while because they
Yeah.
couldn't get more
Yeah, I think
more
I didn't
parts
read
in.
the article. I didn't read the article in its entirety, but because of the chip shortage, they are unsure if the Steam Deck is going to recover, if it's going to rebound.
Oh, it will. It's just it's not going to be available for the time being.
Now, I'm waiting for the other topic that I brought up.
Yep, and all Steam, all versions of the Steam Deck are currently out of stock.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't gonna cover it, but honestly, it is a part of gaming. Do need to cover it.
Oh no, what?
Epic Games, they are now.
Oh, yes, I got this.
Epic Games has laid off about 1,000 employees,
Yes.
which is allegedly as much as 23% of its workforce.
Yes. Fortnite wobbly.
Including the original graphic designer for their I want to say cover character Jonesy. They were let go as well.
Yeah.
There's also, regarding this layoff, allegedly it includes the termination of a terminally ill employee.
Okay. Well,
I did see something about this. After they had made a comment about it on social media, Epic got a hold of them and they said that they were unaware of the employees' illness at the time and unaware of them being let go until it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they were reaching out to get that fixed because they said themselves that should not be something that somebody who's dealing with that kind of thing should have to worry about right now. So they are working with their insurance company to get this individual covered and dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Tim Sweeney on a Twitter post said, end quote, Epic is in contact with the family and will solve the insurance for them. There's high confidentiality around medical information, and it was not a factor in this layoff decision. Sorry to everyone for not recognizing this terribly painful situation and handling it in advance.
Well, the key
at least he came out and said, "We screwed up. We're gonna fix it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the other one is you can't really jump on Epic too much because he hit the nail on the head. When it comes to medical, they're not going to know that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not.
Because, again, being a United States company, there's a law called HIPAA that we have to follow here in the United States.
Well, almost every developed country in the world has some form of HIPAA. So I get it. But I've been reading a lot of articles on this layoff from Epic, and there's one common theme that just keeps coming up in every article.
What's that?
The Fortnite craze is over.
Well,
when it was in its heyday, you saw games like Fallout 76 doing almost that whole battle. Almost everybody did that battle royale.
But the game space right now has switched away from battle royale and into extraction shooters.
Well, I also seen another one that said, I forget what the poll was, and I forget what the percentage was, but it was single player games were dominating the multiplayer games.
Exactly.
Which is funny because you go back 5 years ago and all the game developers of the AAA studios are sitting there going, oh, nobody wants a single player experience anymore. And then freaking you had stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn, Jedi Fallen Order. Those games came out, Spider-Man and God of War. And they absolutely just blew it up. And people are like, they don't want what now?
Yeah.
I will say this, and I'm just going off the multiplayer aspect here. Godfather can cover the single player because I know he works more single player.
No, I don't.
Besides GTA.
No. Fallout 76 is not single player.
It can be played single player.
During the beginning, it felt like single player.
Okay. But, again, looking at 5 years ago, everybody was wanting the Battle Royale format.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at 2025, 2026. Look at the amount of extraction shooters that came out right now. You know, you've got Marathon, you've got Arc Raiders, you've got Arena Breakout. I don't know if that's. They've got some. Ubisoft came out with just an extraction shooter. You've got damn. Why am I playing? I just keep blanking when I'm trying to make a point here. But
The point is the market's saturated and there's a ton of them.
Very saturated. Very, very saturated.
I mean,
And I
Tarkov
have
just came
played
out
exactly
with its
0 of them because I don't like
1.0.
that type of game.
Yeah, neither do I.
Exactly.
But yeah, when I was reading that article, I've read probably a dozen of them because while I have never played Fortnite, while it's not my cup of tea, it is a part of gaming. So when there's a seismic shift, I have to be able to know what the hell's going on.
My
And
hot
that's-
take. Oh,
that
go ahead.
seismic shift is the gaming community as of right now is starting to transition away from a battle royale and more towards what Fireball said of extraction shooters. Call of Duty's always been. By the way, I want to cover that. Call of Duty has always
I gotta
been
cover that too.
a popular game.
I actually have something I want to say about Call of Duty this week,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
when we get to it.
But either way, the tides are starting to change again in the gaming community, and I want to see how fast these developers change with it.
My hot take with this though is Fortnite is going to be in the realm of Call of Duty where it's always going to be around now.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I give it 2, 3, maximum 4 years, but it's a dying game. The newest installment for it, they said absolutely bombed, and that's what led to these layoffs.
Well, because we all got something to talk about Call of Duty. Let's segment right
Let's
into
go
that real
into
quick. This previous spring sale on Steam, Modern Warfare 2019 was on sale for what, $9.99? Down from its original $60. I don't remember.
Don't have
I immediately bought it because I'm like, I loved Modern Warfare 2019. I loved everything about it. I went and bought it because I was like, who knows when this game's going to come back down again. Modern Warfare 2019 has more players concurrently right now than Black Ops 7.
Of course. That's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. And now gamers are sitting here saying, take away the dog shit Warzone we have right now. Bring back Modern Warfare 2019 Warzone.
Well, you're starting to hit a little bit on what I was going to talk about. Mine's going to explode, so I'm going to let
Crest Rider.
Crest Rider go before I drop.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of getting in game modes, I think the Call of Duty developers may have accidentally found their newest hot commodity with micro maps. Their April Fool's joke was a map that was literally 2 tiny rooms and just dumping both teams in there. And everything I was seeing about it is all of the players were commenting that it was absolute freaking chaos and they loved every second of it.
Yep.
Well, and that's the thing is like I saw a comment on that because you're right. It's like. It's literally, they look like they put 2 dressing rooms together and said, here, have fun. One of the comments I saw said, man, domination must go crazy.
your average lifespan was less than 3 seconds. Unless you had a kill streak of about 6 people in that time span, you didn't live that long.
Well, and I had a buddy who sent me a clip. He loaded in with an LMG when they were like counting down. As soon as it hit 1, he went prone and just started hip firing everything, and ended up getting like a 9-man before dying.
Yep. All right, are we ready for my grenade?
Go.
Hey, for everyone out there watching on my social medias who watched Thirsty Thursday, watch this. Say Fireball. Did you watch Thirsty Thursday?
I did not.
See, Nomad Nation. I told you he wouldn't have watched it. So let's fill him in real quick. I came across an article that Call of Duty is in a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
They call it a schism. What the hell a schism is?
Schism?
Schism, whatever.
It's schism.
It's schism? Okay, it's schism. Now, Which camp are you in there, Fireball?
Please tell me the entire time you were talking on Thursday you were calling it a schism.
I was calling it schism. It's a schism!
Oh man, I have to think that there was somebody in one of your socials going, it's called schism, not schism.
Well, nobody.
What are you
corrected me.
talking about? Because
So
my take on it is I would rather play the older ones than what we got with the newer
it had
ones.
nothing to do with that. So it kind of educated me because I guess they have 11 studios working on the Call of Duty game.
The last time I checked, they only had 2.
They have 11.
Last I knew there were 3. So if
No,
it's
because
2, then they've
Infinity-
dropped one.
It was, I don't remember. It was either Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer. I think it might have been Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer dropped out.
Not according to this.
It was one of the two. It was Infinity Ward or it was Sledgehammer. One of them dropped out because it was 3 back towards like Black Ops 3, and they had a rotation. You know, Treyarch would drop one, Infinity Ward would drop one, Sledgehammer would drop one, and it was just a cycle. So
Yeah.
you know, the game studio had 2 years to come up with a new one. That's why you had like back in
New
the
Call of
day,
Duty every year.
you had a new Call of Duty every year, but it wasn't by the same
Okay.
production.
Now,
That's why I'm still educating. Give me a second.
yeah, you're not educating, but go ahead.
So that's why back in like starting in 2008, 2007, you had Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. You know, you had every year we had a new Call of Duty, but it
We
wasn't
still
by
do.
but it wasn't by the same
Still not.
Hey, Fireball.
Hmm.
I'll send you some salve for that burn that Gaz gave you.
We don't get many of them, but I get some.
But go on, Godfather.
All right. So either way,
You still haven't told me what the 2 camps were.
you didn't let me finish. So this article was going off of this Civil War, and it said it named all 11 studios who are still active in the Call of Duty franchise. And they said and some of them are working in collaboration with each other. Sometimes you have Infinity Ward working with Robin or some other goddamn thing, but they're doing that. They're the lead, and then you got someone as backup. And I mean, it was very interesting to see how they do this.
Mm-hmm.
But they also said that the Call of Duty fan base is in 2 camps. And both camps are always chirping at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Infinity Ward camp, and you've got the Activision camp.
Activision is the publisher. It's not
Whoever the hell, who's the other main
Treyarch.
yeah, them guys.
I've been a Treyarch guy my entire life.
That's what I was going to ask you. Which camp are you in?
Because Treyarch was Black Ops.
Because they were talking about, you know, the different things for both camps, and I went through it with the very little knowledge I have on Call of Duty. Like, I like zombies. That is frustrating, but I like it.
That is the only reason why I stuck with Treyarch rather than Infinity Ward, was because I was a zombies player through and through.
Then they were talking about the realism of the weapons. How many hits does it take to drop the enemy? And one camp is more, one camp is less. That both camps say that their game moves Call of Duty into the future. But it was very interesting. If you want to read this, it's on all of the major gaming news sites: PC Games, Gamer Rant, IGN. All of them are pretty much reporting this very same thing. The beginning and the end, they're different for every site that you go on, but the middle is damn near the same.
And this is like, I hate to say this is old news because it technically, I mean, it's not, because they're covering it. But this whole chirping back and forth has happened since the beginning, since there were multiple developers on different games. You know, like I said, you had the Black Ops series with Treyarch, you had the Modern Warfare series with Infinity Ward, you had each fan base chirping back and forth That's
But-
been happening for years.
but-
Damn near like 15 years it's been happening.
Okay, you can say it's old news. You can absolutely say it's old news. But when they write a fresh article about it to bring it to the attention
That's
of the rest of the gaming community, for people like me who are not a Call of Duty fan, I'll play it. Some of them are fun, but I don't follow along on which camp's doing what. Up until the Nomad Gamer started, I couldn't tell you that there was 2 different camps or 2 different makers of the game. I was just like, Call of Duty's Call of Duty. I mean, it is what it is. And then I got slowly more educated. So what I'm hoping is going on here is that by this article, it is educating individuals who have dabbled their toes into it. And who knows, maybe it'll bump their numbers a little bit.
But again, that's like I understand where you're coming from when you're talking about how they're making new articles about it. But at the same time, I can sit there and tell you right now, I remember back when Call of Duty Ghosts came out,
Huh?
when they launched Extinction, and I was a big part of this conversation too with my friends at the lunch table during school. Was you had zombies fans sitting here saying they're trying to recreate zombies with Extinction. You can't really duplicate what Treyarch had with zombies. They tried with Extinction, although I will go back and I will say Extinction is a very good mode now that I don't have the zombies blinders on. But I remember sitting there having repeated debates about that during lunchtime at school. So, like I said, to me it's more old news, but to like you said, they are making articles and stuff about it now, and they're getting more people involved with it.
Mm-hmm. That was my Call of Duty news. I just wanted to know what camp you're feeling.
I stand by this through and through because I've always stand by the Black Ops and Treyarch the Treyarch. The only game that I will say is I will choose the only Treyarch game I will not stand behind is Black Ops 4.
Well, either way, like I told him, you were probably on the camp that makes the zombies,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't sure and I wasn't going to say. And I said, hey, I'll take it to the Nomad Gamers and see what they have to say. And well, here we are. So, all right, I'm done with the Call of Duty thing now. I do have one other thing that I didn't put on show notes, but it can wait.
I do have one more thing before we get into Godfather stuff to wrap up the podcast. Minecraft has just announced a new game. So they've
New
got
game.
Minecraft Dungeons 2.
Oh,
It's a new game, but they're just expanding on the original Minecraft Dungeons.
they are coming out with a very big update this June.
Don't even get me started on that because they're still not giving the fans what they want.
Well, not giving them what they want or giving them what they want. That's a here nor there conversation. The next update is coming.
Sulfur. It's just sulfur. You get areas that you can mine sulfur with, which okay, cool. You know, been in a Java mod pack longer than you can even remember before.
So you're going to be able to make gunpowder without killing creepers.
Exactly. The thing that the fans want the most when it comes to Minecraft is we want an end update.
They're not going to give it to you.
Expand on the end dimension.
They're not going to give it to you.
Give us ores to mine. Like, give us a material like netherite that we can find in the end. That is the biggest thing that I've talked to when it comes to gamers. When I've talked to Minecraft content creators, when I've talked to people, it's give us an update to the end. And we still haven't gotten that. However, you go play Java Minecraft, and they've got multiple mod packs where
Fireball went bye-bye.
Yep, I went to inactive because I have my mic turned off, even though I'm going through Godfathers. But you know, you go to Java Minecraft and you've got multiple mod packs that have an end dimension upgrade to it, to where you have materials in the end, where you have different creatures in the end, where you have different things you can go to the end, and yet they need to take a page out of the Rockstar playbook when they They hired on 5M modders and 5M creators to sit there and make the game better. To sit there and port over some of these mod packs and mods that were created into the base game to make the game better.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of you, Fireball. For once, we are in complete agreement. May not be about the game, but we're in agreement about one thing. And just, by the way, Nomad Nation, this doesn't happen often. He'll tell you that. Modders, there's absolutely no reason, none, why a modder should be making more content than the owner of the game. None. And I'll give you some examples. Starfield, The Elder Scrolls, Minecraft. When your game is getting modders, creators, or whatever who are adding story onto your game, there's a problem.
Well, and this even goes to show, because I remember seeing something about this when we had the last mob vote in Minecraft, where it was the crab, the penguin, and I forget the last one. But, you know, they said, oh, I forget which mob one, but the mob one, they're like, okay, we're not going to put the other two in. Sorry, guys. A modder, 24 hours later, was able to put a mod together to where all three mobs were in the game.
Yeah.
Less than 24 hours. And it was like, Mojang, why can't you do that?
Yeah, it's the same as Bethesda.
But even then, and this is the other thing that really pisses me off about Minecraft. They're trying to bring mods from Java over to Bedrock. I understand Bedrock can't run as open as Java where mods can be ported in easily, but you bring in, and shout out to my friend Aluna FPS. He has a Minecraft server on Bedrock. He has a realm on Bedrock, I should say. He bought Tinker's Construct 3.0 from the mod store, or from what is it called? The creation store?
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. 880 Minecoin, whatever. He bought it. He was like, okay, here, play it. You know, help my son with it. My son is extremely neurodivergent and wants to learn it too. They don't even have half the things in it that the original Tinker's Construct has.
Yeah.
You know, you have.
Okay, we go.
But it's like, it's so annoying. You sell it,
but it doesn't work.
But it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what, you know what, that's what I was going back to, is the creators should not be making more than the
modders should not be making more than developers.
And the biggest one out there that I can think of, the biggest would be Skyrim. It's just ridiculous. I'm with you on it. It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, like you said, there are many modder creators out there. There are many communities out there like GTA, like that sit there and they can create pretty damn good things. Like, I know you've been wanting to get into 5M, and I apologize, I haven't really been there to kind of help. They have sat there and they have brought in real life vehicles into the game with real life badges, with and customization options to it.
Yeah.
It's not like a copy paste print on there. It's okay, you want to have a Chevy Corvette in there? All right, fine. What kind of bumper do you want on it? You want engine upgrades in it? Okay. Why don't you paint the engine the way you want it? Why don't you put a spoiler on it? It's like, why on earth can't these game developers do it as fast as these modders?
Yeah. Well, can I get into my one on actually before I do that? Crush Rider, what do you got? Since we're kind of in rapid fire now.
I got nothing.
Okay. So last week, when I was doing some research, I forget if it was for Talking Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, or for the Nomad Gamers. This last week was quick, so I don't remember what day, but I was watching a gaming podcast. All right. And wow is all I can say. I'm not going to name who it was. I'm not going to be a jerk. But the one thing I hope that the Nomad Gamers does, and I think we do a pretty good job, we are real gamers playing these games. We're not individuals who just look from the outside in and uh try and be an expert. Like with Pokemon, I said I didn't know enough to be an expert. I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to talk intelligently about it. This podcast that I was watching out there, wow. Uh you could just tell they were talking about who made the game. Who was the actual person who came up with the brainchild? It had nothing to do with the game itself. And oh, I just I've been thinking about that all week. It's just wow.
I
Like
will say, and this is why I like, especially the three of us, when it comes to the Nomad Gamers, is you have. I mean, I guess you and Chris Wright are kind of in the same era of video games,
yep,
but we have a ranging demographic of what video games were. I mean, we all have different stories when it comes to what video games were. And that's the kind of community we're trying to grow within the Nomad Gamers is we want people from various eras of video games to come together, not only be able to have a good debate about video games, but also be able to play games together.
I guess the part that's irritating me about that other podcast is I don't care who makes these games. I don't care who the individual was or where they go to eat or what they drive or I don't care about their views. The thing I care about is the graphics good, is the story good? Does it take them a decade to bring a new game out? And is it playable?
But that
Can I keep playing?
and you and I both agree on this, Godfather, and it kind of goes around like content creating,
Uh-huh.
music, and stuff like that. You are able to differentiate between the artist and the person.
Yeah,
You may not like the person, but you do like what they make.
absolutely. Absolutely. There is a lot of movie actors out there who I absolutely, utterly disagree with on just about every topic known under the sun. The one thing that I do agree with them on is their character. Not their character as in how they carry themselves. I'll give you a for instance. Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5.
You like the character, but you don't like who the actor
Exactly. I
is.
like Trevor. I respect the actor for playing Trevor. Another one would be pick any movie actor out there who also voiced over for a video game.
Hmm.
I like the character on the video game. I'm loyal to that game. I don't care what they're doing next as far as a movie. Just because they voiced over, and this is an example, and this is not. Don't take it without a grain of salt. He voiced Arthur from Red Dead 2. I don't care what he does next. I don't.
I mean, that's fair.
If he shows up on another video game and I fall in love with that character, so be it. Or if I hate that character, so be it. But I can separate real world from the video games, and yeah, yeah. But yeah, this other podcast, I'm not going to name them, but uh, I guess there was one thing that really stuck out to me was the Nomad Gamers are real gamers talking about these games. And yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Mhm.
that's the thing that's been bugging me.
I mean, I don't really know where else to go from that.
Nope.
Um,
So what, are we going to singles?
I mean, we could. I saw something on there talking about like top 10 games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get into that.
But I mean,
No, hell no. Let's get into
trying to do a top 10
No.
rank list of every game you've played is kind of
No. Hold up, Fireball. See, you're over your skis again. Let's stand up just a little bit. I need you to open up that article because I know it's on your phone. Just read them off, and we're just going to agree or disagree.
Oh, we're going off of an article talking about the test.
It's an actual poll.
10
It's a
best
live
games.
poll. Okay. The poll's still going on right now. I've already participated in it. But the results as of right now really shocked me. And that's why I
Actually,
put it on.
no. Looking at it, no, I don't think so. But this is also a new era gamer. You're not talking about people that are in their mid to late 30s, early 40s.
Just read off the damn games.
Number 10 is God of War Ragnarok, which is I agree with.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Number 9, Cyberpunk 2077.
Before or after the
They're going off of they're going off of current games. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Cyberpunk. Damn, I can't.
Are we really going to go into a top 10 breakdown now?
He's the one that brought it to gaming news, so I mean, leave it to Godfather to get us completely off the rails.
As we're trying to go into closing thoughts, he's like, "Oh yeah, let's just bring in the long, drawn out, boring thing."
Number 8, Metal Gear Solid. Agree with. Obviously, you don't agree with that.
I just don't like lists.
Oh,
Why are we going through it?
It's interactive.
because he's told me to do it, so I'm just doing it.
No, just skip it.
All right.
Seriously, just skip it.
Number 1 was Red Dead 2.
And that's what threw me off. I don't skip that.
Yes, I do agree with that.
I don't.
Because and I will tell you right now, there have been plenty of content creators out there. And I'm just gonna name one. Jinxie. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He is a very like outspoken, hyper.
Oh, we just got a follow from somewhere.
He's a very like.
Okay.
He goes 100 miles a minute.
Yeah.
Screams, does everything. He's like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and play Red Dead 2. He got into it at the very end of it. He went from being super hyped up about the game and everything to he was crying at the end of it.
A lot of people have.
He was crying at the final mission of the game. It was great. And he was like, absolutely the best game ever written, the best way of playing it, everything. I totally agree with. Right now, I would say Red Dead, even though I don't really mind it, I can't play it because of how slow it is. I can watch somebody play it, but I can't play it because of how slow it is. It is right now, I think, the number one concurrent story game out there, which, like you said, story game is making the rise. This is a brand new poll. It's going to be at number 1.
Lillian, welcome to the Nomad Gamers. Just had to throw that out there. All right. You know what? Let's just go into closing because, this didn't get the traction I thought it was going to get. All right. Crush Rider, you're up first, buddy.
Closing thoughts. Don't bring up a top 10 list as we're trying to get to closing thoughts.
Oh, Lord. I'm getting beat up for everything.
Hey, you still got that burn cream?
Yeah, I'm going to need some.
All right. I've kind of been all over the place. You're on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been all over the place. I know I didn't stream this morning, but if you guys saw, I've gotten a lot of feedback talking about you were live that late at night. I was collabing with at Almighty Box. I don't know if anybody saw that last night. It was great. There's a lot of clips I need to pull from that and post it so you guys can see it. But I'm going to try to stay on the normal schedule. It's going to be a teeter between Tarkov and Minecraft. I'm like super close to getting Lightkeeper on Tarkov, so we're going to be able to push forward on the story tasks and get those done. For Minecraft, it's just been pure chaos. I know you guys seen it, but we're going to try to move forward on that.
What's up, Nomad Nation?
What's up, Nomad Nation?
Shush. All right, so first and foremost, happy Easter tomorrow. Enjoy time with your family. Sunday Fun Day is going to still go on. It's going to be a little later than normal. I got some Easter activities here around the Shire to do. So that's that. Tonight, I may or may not be streaming, be looking on my social medias. If you see me live, I'm live. I just can't commit for tonight. Monday night, 7:30, Grand Theft Auto 5, Doomsday Heist. I think me and JJ got the winning formula for that stupid data breach. We'll try and get.
You only on Data Breach?
Oh my god, it's kicking our ass. Oh, it's whooping us. But anyways, and then Tuesday is Talking Tuesday at 7:00.
My
or
brother in
7:30.
Christ. If you're only on Data Breach, trying to do the part 3 finale, I feel like is going to be absolute comedy gold.
There's only 2 of us. Seriously.
And I could tell you the winning formula right now. If you're the CEO,
Oh, my
make
Lord.
him do the gunning because he gets a health boost off of you for staying in your proximity.
Well, when we're trying to run out of the building, we're getting absolutely smoked.
I mean,
We're running out of the server farm.
Godfather, I taught you these things when we were
did not
on
teach me nothing.
PlayStation.
You did not.
On PlayStation.
You taught me nothing.
On
Stop.
PlayStation.
You didn't teach me anything. I didn't even run through the Doomsday Heist with you.
Yes, you did.
No, I did
Yes,
not.
you did.
I got video proof
Because you
of it.
got pissed off at me and you and I can't do this with Bang and I'm gonna go do this with Gonzo or not Gonzo. What's his other name? I forget his other name. But you got so upset with me because you're like you and your friends dick around too much and don't get shit done. Ugh. And then as soon as you left, we got it done.
I got video proof that says otherwise. But anyways,
Girls, you're both beautiful. Are you done
I am
yet?
beautiful. All right, so that is it for this chaotic Nomad Gamers for this week. Have a happy Easter. Spend it with your family. Go to church if that is your thing, or sleep in if that's your thing. I really don't care which one you do. For my co-hosts, Fireball123D and Zanar Crest Rider, I'm Godfather. We're your Nomad